Welcome to the Monk and the Man. How will AI affect humanity? AI is something which stands for artificial intelligence. Now, AI is currently at a point where it's starting to make an impact on society. We now can have it in our pocket in something called ChatGPT and communicate with AI. People can use it to have conversations in a format which feels natural. The AI has been developed for this way specifically, and it's almost better than Google in the fact that it can pull in information and get it for you quickly. So for instance, when you Google something, you have to go through all the Google results. You have to pick out which one is creditable. And you have to read multiple links. Now, if you put something into something like ChatGPT, you can get answers that is already cross-referencing those points that you would have to look up. So ChatGPT is an AI that can answer questions quickly. It can do many other things. But really, what does this mean for humanity? The internet was big. AI is huge. It's going to be affecting us in many ways, more than we can even imagine, I believe. Now, there's a lot on how AI is going to be affecting our jobs. And if you think about it, what jobs could AI do that humans couldn't do? At this point right now, I don't think there are jobs that only an AI could do. Usually right now we have jobs, especially at this point, that are integrating with AI where you can use it to help you do some of your tasks. But I do not currently know of a full AI job. Now, that doesn't mean that there aren't any. There's definitely going to be some out there. But personally for me, I don't know of any. Now, will AI replace some jobs? Likely. I don't know which ones, but it also has the potential to create new ones. Now, I can't think of any at the moment, but I know that if you use this technology, it's going to eventually create new opportunities for new things. Now, you may need to learn how to use it in order to stay relevant in today's society. And I do believe that it can be used as a tool to help you stay efficient and focused on specifics of things. That's how I use AI. So I usually will have a question for it, and then I'll tweak it by asking it, can you bring out certain parts of the way from this prompt? So in those ways, you can use AI to focus on that next thing. And that's my favorite way to use it, is when you use AI, ask it one thing, then get more specific. And if you don't like that, ask it to take something out. There's many ways that we can use this technology to our advantage to be productive. Now, I know there's a lot of fear that it will take away jobs from people. And I believe that's a relevant fear, but I don't think that is something that we need to worry about, because at the end of the day, there's nothing that we can do to stop AI. AI is going to continue to grow. AI is going to continue to move on forward, and there's nothing that I believe that we can do about it. AI is coming and can't be stopped. You're either going to have to learn it, or you're going to have to, you're just going to have to learn it. There's no choice. You need to learn how to use AI to become better. And if your job, either if it's not doing your exact job, you need to probably going to have to use it at some point to help create efficiency in other areas. So don't waste any time. Start learning AI today, because it's here and it's here to stay. Now, the more that you use it, the better you get at using it. So just continue to use free tools, ChatGPT, and use those to get better at it. Now, if you don't want to, It could potentially slow down your productivity. I'm thinking that it would. But I don't really know how it can affect every individual specifically. So just be wary. If you do, you might be able to do some things quicker than AI. Now, that brings us to a point to think about: how will AI affect our intelligence? Now, it just makes sense. If you have an artificial intelligence to rely on, does that take away from your own intelligence to develop in your brain? Ask something a prompt. You don't have to think about it. Will that make people lose intelligence? Will it make people dumber? Maybe. Maybe it's going to affect us to the point where we can't even think. Because it's the way I see a brain is like a muscle. The more you use it, the better you get at it. But it just depends on how you use it, which is important, which brings us back to our initial point. Because if you use AI in a way to help you as a tool, you can actually learn from it and see what it's doing, see how it's using to make you better. So it's just like the internet. You can use the internet to learn things, but you can also use the internet to numb your mind. Scroll endlessly without thinking. It's really going to depend on how you use AI. So be responsible the way that you use it. Be responsible the way you use the internet. The internet was the big thing that came out in the 90s, 2000s. Now is the time to use AI and learn that. Use it for your job. People use it for therapy. People use it to just talk to somebody. People use it for cooking. Anything you could think about. There is likely an AI application. Now, I think that AI has a lot of potential to really help us in a lot of ways. One of them could be potentially using it for diagnosis of diseases or treatments. It could improve healthcare. Instead of having human error, you put the symptoms into the AI will be able to tell you likely what are the chances of being that disease. And I do believe I was reading papers where AI was doing better than trained physicians on this sort of tasks, or these sort of tasks. So where in the future, I can see physicians relying on this potentially. And who knows, maybe you can just put your symptoms into a box and you can find out what it is one day and totally bypass the physician. There's a lot of other factors that are in the medical industry, and I think it wouldn't be good just to focus on those things. So just know that the potential is there for AI to outperform doctors. The impacts of that could be huge, or it could be, they likely are going to be big. They're just not being seen now because I don't think that most doctors are using AI that way, but I could be wrong. Now, you can use it in other aspects and think about the ways that we could use that. AI could help us creatively, or help us with our creativity. I'm thinking about how that could be. How could AI help you with your creativity? You could put something, I've used AI to write poetry, write songs, and it's very impressive the way that it does it. And I wouldn't hesitate to try something like that in the future. Now, for instance, the example would be to write a song. You write a song, you have your music, you have your words, you have your flow. Usually just, if I think of the main things, you have your music and words. You put those together, that's what a song is. Now, a lot of people are good at the music part. A lot of people are good at the song part, or the writing, rather. So if you could use AI in a way where, let's say I'm making the music, and I use AI, and I'm coming at a point where I can't think of the next word for writing the lyrics to that song. I can use AI to help me think about the next thing. And I do use AI sometimes for that aspect. It doesn't completely, I'm not going to go ahead and write me a whole song based on this, even though I could, because it doesn't feel like it's coming from me. I need to put my own twist on it. A lot of times that means reconstructing that and using maybe a couple things from the AI, but just as inspiration. Just like you could if you were to say what things rhyme with this word to help you make a song. By using AI in these ways as a tool, I don't think that it takes away from our intelligence. I think it enhances our abilities. I think AI can overall be a good thing, at least right now. I don't know what the future is going to hold with AI. I know it's going to need control of some sort, I'd like to think. I know that Elon Musk has said a lot of things about AI control and regulating AI. I don't know what the future holds with that. AI, if it can be used for good things, it can be also used for bad things. We got to be very careful when it comes to this. Now, I'm not entirely sure if the AI can ever get out of control and start looking at humans as something that it wants to get rid of. Like, let's just say it has a mind of its own. I do know that it's programmed by humans. You can program the AI. But I don't think that AI is going to take over anytime soon. I guess you could possibly program it to, which I could see maybe if it was in the wrong hands, you could program it for bad things. That's something that is a potential. And I think we just need to have an AI education. We need to think about AI. We need to be responsible with AI. We need to really think about what this is going to mean to our future. I want AI to work. I want it to make our lives better. I want us to be more productive. I want to, instead of working 80 hours a week, bring it down to 40. Sounds nice, right? Instead of 40, bring it down to 20. Automate a lot of the things that AI can do. Give people their work-life balance back. Use AI in a positive way. Well, the problem with that is that if you use AI to be more productive, at what point are you going to be expected to use AI to be super, super productive? If you can get everything done within 30 hours and your company has an AI technology, will they expect you to get it? Are their expectations going to be different of you because of this AI? Are they going to expect even more from you? I think there's a fine balance in that. There's a fine balance in how much you're going to work, your productivity, how AI affects that. And those are things that we're going to be learning along this journey. In these next 10 to 20 years, there's going to be some big changes. There's going to be changes in the way management interacts with AI and its employees. There's going to be expectations on our privacy or on our productivity. So I think we got to start getting familiar with it now. I don't think it makes sense to be scared of it, thinking that they're going to take all our jobs, because there is a potential for AI to create new opportunities. What could AI create that people are going to need to maintain the AI, write the program for the AI? Will we see a shift more in the things like software, programming? Where are we going to see work weeks go down? Is this going to be something that can really help us? I'd like to think so. But like with every tool, there's going to be pros and there's going to be cons. There's going to be the things like the internet that brought us so much vast knowledge. but it also brought us other things too. We need to use these tools in ways that we can grow in a positive way. Now, however you decide to use it, it's going to be up to you. But there's going to need to be laws about it, just like there is about the internet. There's going to be a regulation of it, I'd imagine. We have to be careful. We have to learn. We have to stay positive. We have to use AI as quick as we can so we could take advantage of its productivity. And then use that, because if you're using AI at a point where everyone else is using AI, are you really using it as advantage in that way? So if you can get on the ball early and start using AI, get good at it, you can actually probably use this time that we are in now to really lower your work week. Get some things to automate some of your processes. Maybe use it to help organize yourself. Maybe use it to help clear your thoughts. Maybe use it to be productive. Use it as a tool. I don't know what the future's going to hold. I don't know what's going to happen in 10 years from now. But I don't think that AI is going anywhere. Learn, grow, become better. Learn about AI and what it has to offer. Some of the things you can easily do now is just go on something like ChatGPT, ChatGPT. Use that. Start asking it questions. Start learning. You can ask it anything you'd like. Get familiar with it. We don't know what the future holds, but if you get familiar with these processes, you will get better. Thanks for reflecting on some of these topics today. I really hope that every person listening to this can use AI in a beneficial way. Use it to grow and take advantage of it now before it becomes monopolized. Thanks again. I hope you have a great day. And thank you for joining the Monk and the Man. Till next time. Adios.